From News Channel 7, time for 7 First Alert weather.
Summer heat really holding on, and it was a little relief that we enjoyed over the weekend. Yesterday, the coolest day of the month of August, one of 4 days through August where we had high temperatures that were below 90 degrees, otherwise well above average throughout the month of August. And in fact, it's very likely that this August goes down in the books as the hottest August on record for Boise as we see temperatures rise for these final few days of the month of August. So if you're keeping track, then fantastic. You like numbers just like I do. If you're not keeping track, here's the tally so far. Triple-digit temperatures recorded 22 times so far this season. That is a new record. Previous record, 20 days in 2003. 99 or hotter, 27 times. So we got very close to 100 degrees, but just didn't go down in that tally. 95 or hotter 45 times, and if we get 6 more of those days, today is not one of them, then it will tie records that were set back in 2021 and 2007. Of course, 2021 last summer was the hottest summer on record for Boise, or stands as the hottest summer on record for Boise. How about this? At least a 90% chance of above average temperatures for southern Idaho as we cruise through the first week of September, which is also the first week of meteorological fall, the months of September, October, and November, and also very likely dry weather as well. So really a very unlikely chance of even a drop of rain in the forecast for this week. Lots of sunshine, also some haze and smoke, and a whole lot of heat. There could be some daily records in jeopardy, particularly Wednesdays. You see the forecast high of 104 stacked up against that record of 102, and also on Friday, records within reach, but certainly adding to the triple-digit tally as we head through these final days of August, I should say, and get closer to that month transition here. So 94 our high today for Boise. Average high for this time of year, 87. Much closer to the record high for today than we were the average high. Although, all things considered, this morning, very close to average. Yesterday morning, it was 53 in Boise. Hopefully you were able to soak all of that cool and refreshing air in, because it was the coolest temperatures we've seen in Boise since June 25th. I like numbers. I mentioned that before, right? Timeline through the overnight hours, not quite as cool tomorrow morning in comparison to the last couple of mornings. Low to mid 60s, probably not an extra layer needed for the bus stop. You won't need it for the afternoon either as we get close to the century mark. Through the Magic Valley, mid 90s, mostly sunny skies, patchy haze and smoke, especially true for our mountain areas, especially true closer to the Four Corners fire, which is still active near Cascade, but still low 90s for our mountain valleys. Triple-digit temperatures for the lower Treasure Valley, as hot as 102 for places like Weiser and Ontario. My forecast high for Boise, 100. Is it 99? Is it 100? Is it 101? It all kind of feels the same, but it makes a difference in the tally for the heat for the summer. Here's the smoke future cast. As I mentioned before, still expecting smoke and haze, especially during the morning hours, to linger as long as those fires are still active. And here's a look at our 7-day forecast. It looks like the middle of July with all of those numbers stacked up next to those hot thermometers, and maybe a bit of a cool down for Labor Day, just a bit. We'll be right back after a quick break.